What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just came from Trader Joe's and I'm about to make my first meal of the day. It's currently 6 p.m. and I've been fasting, so I'm starving. I was about to make myself a meal, but I thought I should make a video showing you my thought process behind every single meal I make. So for the main protein, we're going to start off with some wild-caught salmon. So the difference between wild-caught salmon and farm-raised salmon is that wild-caught salmon has a lot more omega-3s compared to omega-6s. And in the typical American diet, we overconsume omega-6s, which are more inflammatory. And omega-3s have more benefits for the brain and for the skin as well. Plus, salmon has a lot of vitamin D, which is very important for immunity. And it also has a lot of vitamin A, which is good for the skin. And also, vitamin A is essential for hormone production, such as steroid hormones like testosterone in both men and women. And plus, vitamin A regulates thyroid hormone, and thyroid hormone is very essential for our metabolism. So a lot of times people think of losing weight as calories in, calories out, which it is. But you can also raise your metabolism by regulating your hormones. We're also going to cook with some cremini mushrooms, which have selenium. They have a lot of vitamin D as well. And they have B vitamins, which are essential for energy metabolism. And we're going to use some grape tomatoes. Again, grape tomatoes have a lot of vitamin A. And they have beta carotene, which increases the body's natural melanin production. So if you're out in the sun and you want more sun protection, get some more beta carotene in. For our seasoning, we're going to use some garlic powder and some onion powder. So garlic powder has a compound called allicin, which lowers the free radicals in the body and also improves circulation. And onion powder contains a compound called quercetin, and quercetin also lowers free radicals. And I'm going to use soy sauce for the mushrooms so it could give it a better taste. And I'm going to cook in some beef tallow. I just had this laying around, and that's what I'm going to use to cook my salmon in. And for those of you that are scared of seed oils, this is a good alternative. Plus, it also has a lot of vitamin A, D, E, and K, which are the fat-soluble vitamins. Now we're going to use some good old-fashioned pink Himalayan sea salt. And the benefit of this is that compared to regular salt, it's not bleached and processed. So it has more nutrients like magnesium and potassium as well. And then for our carb, we're going to have some potato wedges, and potatoes have a bunch of potassium in it. And also, since it has the skin, it has more fiber. And plus, I like the flavor of this more. And compared to sweet potatoes, regular potatoes actually have less calories. So a lot of people think that sweet potatoes are healthier, which they do have their benefits. They have more vitamin A. But if you're trying to watch your calories, I would stick to regular potatoes. Also, I have a small kitchen, so don't make fun of me. If you do, it's a hate crime. And for the pan, we're using the Hexclad because this is made out of stainless steel rather than Teflon. And Teflon has a bunch of chemicals, fumes that when heated in high temperatures could cause cancer in the body and a lot of other negative health effects. So we're going to use Hexclad. Lightly season the salmon. Keep in mind I'm not a chef, so I don't know if you're supposed to season salmon, but I just want the increased health benefits. There you go. Just had to wake it up a bit. Just soothe that in. So I'm going to put a little bit of beef tallow in the pan. I'm going to get a paper towel and smooth it out across the whole pan. Just put a little bit more beef tallow. Alright. So I'm going to put this skin down first. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit. And I'm going to cut my mushrooms. Cremini mushrooms. I'm going to rinse them a bit. I'm not following any recipe, I'm just trying to get some good meals in. We're going to flip this salmon. I'm going to use a wooden spoon because I don't want to scratch the pan, nor do I want to use a plastic utensil and put a bunch of microplastics in my food. So I think it's a little stuck to the pan. Yep. I'm going to remove this skin because it's getting in the way. So this happens live, so I'm just showing you no edits, no fancy stuff. I'm going to put some more beef tallow. Put that there. I'm going to cover it a bit. Alright, so now I'm going to remove this salmon right now. There we go. I know ethical presentation, but... Alright, now it's time to add the mushrooms. I'll lower the heat a bit and cover it up. Give it about like 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, so now that they've been cooking for a while, I'm going to add some soy sauce. And I'm going to lower the heat just a little bit. Alright, so that should about... Okay, now we're going to add our tomatoes. And add some pink Himalayan sea salt. The tomatoes are looking pretty good. This here. Just get the rest. And lastly, we're going to add our potato wedges. So these are already seasoned, so I just put it here. Spread these out and add a little bit more beef tallow. I'm gonna give this 5 minutes. And I think the potatoes are ready. Move this right here. And just like that, we have a nutritious post-workout meal, which has almost all the parts of the food group. So I have my protein from the salmon, I have my fruit from the tomatoes, I have some starches from the potatoes, and then the mushrooms give me some B vitamins. So that about wraps up the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so I can have a bigger kitchen to cook in. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.